welcome back to our channel.
So in today's video we're going to be talking about character interactions at Disney. So this is for all of the Disney parks, all of the Disney meet and greets, everywhere ever.
Yeah, so we're going to be kind of discussing our top tips and hacks and things like that to have like the best character interactions possible. Just a few things we sort of picked up on our trip to Disney World last year, and this is also stuff that we're going to be using on our Disneyland Paris trip, which we will be on when this goes live. So that's exciting.
Very exciting, mate.
Yeah, and so make sure you're following us on social media, so Instagram, Twitter, that kind of thing, and which we'll leave the links for below, and also subscribe so you don't miss our Disneyland Paris vlogs when they eventually do come out.
All the vlogs.
Yeah. So.
Shall we crack on?
Yes, let's crack on.
So first tip is to be prepared.
Yes. In the words of Scar, be prepared.
So part of preparation is make sure you have all the right equipment for your trip. So we'd recommend getting a really good autograph book and a really good pen to go with it.
Yeah, and this is obviously if you do decide that you want to get autographs. It's not for everyone.
Of course you want all this.
But you really should.
Yeah,
you should.
Yeah, in terms of books, for books you can get loads of really nice ones from Disney, which have got sort of a nice padlock from that. We saw loads of people, they had sort of like little, what they call like
character dictionary type thing.
Yeah, people had little dictionaries of all the things, and then they meet Tiana, they flipped to Tiana's page and she'd sign her picture against it, which I thought was really cute.
Yeah, it is cute, yeah.
But you've got to carry out a massive book around you.
Yeah. And another thing to bear in mind actually is that not all characters sign, so like when we met Buzz Lightyear, he had a stamp, and but Olaf, for example, he can't sign at all because he has like twiggy hands.
Well, there was only a couple. There was King Louis, Olaf, Buzz had a stamp, Woody couldn't sign.
Yeah.
Can't really think of any. Oh, Baymax. I was so sad that I couldn't get a signature off Baymax.
So if you want to have get your autographs from characters, it's best to, if you can, buy it before you go, because it's obviously going to be a lot cheaper than at Disney itself. But make sure that you do get a pen that's going to be thick enough as well for all of the characters to sign with, because fur characters especially, they'll really struggle with a normal size biro.
The good thing about the pens that you get from Disney is they are actually suited to the characters. And for the fur characters, they have these massive hands. So the pens actually fit their hands very nicely, so it's easier for the characters to write, so you might get a better signature out of it.
Yeah, that's true.
The pens are well expensive, and we went through like 3 of them throughout our last holiday.
It was awful at Disney World. In terms of being prepared as well, it's good to have a couple of conversation starters ready, especially if you're kind of new to meeting characters or you're a little bit nervous about it.
Yeah, it's strange how sort of nerve-wracking it can be. If it's your first time meeting a character, it's a lot more nerve-wracking than you think it'd be. Sort of the first time, you're going like, oh my god, it's actually Belle!
Yeah, like when I met Belle in Epcot, I just
you froze up,
my pants,
had a little bit down.
Yeah, and Ollie just sort of spoke for me, and I was just sort of there, same with you and Alice, but yeah, anyway, if you do get nervous about it, or you are one of those people that likes to sort of have something prepared, which I think is a good idea, make sure that you kind of brush up on the films, you have, names of their sidekicks and other characters in their film or TV show, in the back of your mind, or where the film's set and that kind of thing. So, for Alice, for example, you can say, oh, have you been down the rabbit hole today? Or you can, I don't know, say a quote from the film.
Yeah, when you meet the man, if you ask him why is a red light right at this, he just totally flips out.
Another good thing as well is to use websites for inspiration for questions to ask if you're not 100% sure what to ask.
Yeah, I think Kenny and the Pirates are a really good one. They've got loads of questions, so they've got it by character.
Yeah.
So you go into each one, it says, oh yeah, so ask by contest this, and then ask, I don't know what her favourite type of chocolate is, and Rapunzel what picture she's drawn.
Yeah.
And things like that.
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, especially if you sort of think you might have a mind blank or something.
Yeah.
And we'll link that below actually, because it is really useful.
Yeah, that sort of thing, common questions, it's quite fun to be able to do it all yourself though. And that really helps with when you have the asking the questions and trying to interact with them.
Yeah.
They're really easy to play off.
Exactly.
If you know what to ask, you'll get a really good response from them.
And if you are nervous about it, there's literally no need, because we've never met a character that's been really bad, apart from Pocahontas. who we won't talk about.
So for those of you who don't know, a third character is
basically any character whose face you cannot see, and a face character is a character whose face you can see. So that's, you know, your princesses, your princes, your Lady Tremaine, for example, and then your fur characters are like Chip and Dale, Mickey, Minnie, Goofy, etc.
Yeah. Then sometimes you can have a real person as a fur character. Sometimes like Lilo is a fur character.
Yeah.
Especially in Paris, they tend to do it more. So
yeah, like Queen of Hearts is a fur character.
Yeah, and then you have like Frollo's a fur character, Jafar's a fur character. Even though they're real people, they have the big cartoon version.
Yeah.
For our next tip.
Is to keep the conversation simple with fur characters. So fur characters can sort of gesture, but they can't speak to you. So keep your questions simple, and that will kind of keep the interaction going.
Yeah. Well, so they are more physical interaction anyway, with the fact that they can't speak, but it makes it a lot more fun with them as well, actually, because you can kind of like, you can dance with King Louis, and then they're more about hugs, and then they gesture, so it's like talking to a mime, sort of thing. Yeah, it's kind of strange to get your head around it if you've never done it before, but it's so cool. In terms of being prepared, another good thing is to actually have like your camera, camcorder, pen, autograph book, etc. like ready and waiting, like as soon as you are at the front of that line, because like I don't think there's much worse at Disney than like when you've waited an hour for a character and then there's someone faffing around at the front of the line trying to dig their pen out of their backpack, and everyone is just like, ah! And being British, you can't say anything, you just have to sigh really loudly and eye roll as much as you can, but it's just about having some consideration for the other people.
Exactly, efficiency. And that way everyone can have like the most time with the characters possible as well, and it just makes the best of it for everyone. We would say the best character interactions do happen when you have like a little bit of planning involved. So in Walt Disney World, for example, there's the My Disney Experience app, which was so useful. So it's like completely free, and they have great Wi-Fi there, so you can use it everywhere. And this will show you not only like wait times for rides, but also times for shows and times and locations for all your different characters, so you can see like when they're meeting, where they're meeting, and it's so good to keep track of. Yeah, and it pops up on a little map, and you'll have a little star and saying, like, oh yeah, so Belle will be in France in Epcot at 2 o'clock. Exactly.
I'm running over there now.
It's so good for planning your day. It's really useful. But if you kind of like to do things the old-fashioned way, you can use like the parks guide and map, which will have all the times on there for you.
At Disneyland Paris, there's a similar app as well. Actually, it's not as sophisticated as Walt Disney World.
Yeah, I've heard their Wi-Fi is rubbish. So.
Yeah, so you have to do a little bit more planning there. But definitely, if you want to see as many characters as possible, because some of them get a massive queue. A lot of the time, the queue for the characters is more for the rides. So you have to plan this very well, especially for when they're only in certain places for like maybe an hour or something like that.
Exactly.
So you have to make sure you're there on time. You have to be there maybe half an hour early before the character comes out. Then you can see him, and then you can run off to the next character before they disappear. So lots of planning involved. You need to get your spreadsheets and everything sorted.
And also in Walt Disney World, you can use your fast passes to meet characters, which is really useful. Whereas at Disneyland Paris, you only have one a day, and I believe you can only use a fast pass for the Princess Pavilion, and they tend to go super quickly, so you have to sort of just stick it out in the line. And in terms of the times guide and the map, the same goes for Disneyland Paris. Like if you don't want to use the app, or you can't because of Wi-Fi issues or whatever, there will be listings of like when and where you can meet various characters. And another good thing as well is to use social media, again, Wi-Fi permitting. Like there's loads of daily updating, or users that update daily about the different parks. So for Disneyland Paris, for example, we really like DLP Guide and ED92, which I personally absolutely love, and they will post every single day, and they tell you outside the Princess Pavilion, for example, they'll show like which princesses are meeting that day, and you can get an idea of like how nice the sky is. Like today, the sky was really nice, and I was like, please stay like that for one day so I can take nice pictures. In terms of planning as well, it's also important to like prioritise the characters that you definitely want to see, especially like if you've got a big group, because otherwise someone's just going to be disappointed, aren't they? Like with us two, it's kind of okay because a lot of the characters we both like, but you know, if you like quite a big family and you've got kids and everybody likes someone different, you probably just have to pick like one each that you absolutely can't leave without seeing.
Yeah, like if you had a little boy and a little girl, the little girl will not leave without seeing her husband, the boy will not leave without meeting Kylo Ren.
Which you can't meet at Disneyland Paris.
No, you can meet Walt Disney.
You can meet Darth Vader, like, ah! Got to compromise, is what it's all about.
Yeah.
Make some magic for everyone.
Yeah.
Another good way to get like really good character interactions we found is, well, we don't really cosplay, but we've worn stuff like inspired by characters. So like I have Beauty and the Beast inspired ears that I got from Queen Ursula, who's I don't think, it's not an Etsy shop anymore, she's got like her own website, but I'll leave the link below because they're like amazing ears, all of them. Like really glittery, really pretty. And I wore them to meet Belle. I also got Beauty and the Beast skirt and t-shirt and all sorts. Yeah. Tattoo, like everything.
Yeah, such as a good talking point, isn't it?
Exactly, yeah. And like you wore your grumpy t-shirt when we met Snow White and she liked that. It's like another sort of conversation starter, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or if you are like into cosplaying or you've dressed up as a character in the past, it's like just show a picture of it to the character. So for Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party at Walt Disney World for last Halloween, we dressed up as Gaston, guess which way around. I don't think we actually showed a picture to a character, but we did mention to Gaston that you would be dressing up as him, and he was very pleased about that. So yeah, if you can't dress up as a character there and then for them, like show them a picture. And again, it's just another thing to talk about.
Something else which we touched on another video, or made a whole video for it. A great way to interact with characters is by doing a character dining experience. So that's where you'll go to Cinderella's castle, and then Cinderella has you around for dinner, and then all the princesses come around. But that's a really good thing for way to meet characters as well, and you can interact with them really good there. You get a very good sort of one-on-one experience with the characters, because they'll come up to a table when you get sort of 2 or 3 minutes with the character.
Yeah, yeah.
So it avoids all the queues.
That's a big thing when you can't fast pass them at DLP, for example.
Yeah. So it avoids the queues of all the characters. It gives you a really nice, close, personal environment with the characters, which you don't really get any other way, and it stops. It's not so much a big deal at Walt Disney World, but at Paris, there's sort of meant to be like a lot of hustle and bustle, and people are very good at queuing in Paris. And when
so we've heard. We'll have to see.
And when you're there with the character, then it's more of a bundle, whereas if you've got the character down, no one can interrupt you.
Yeah. And also you get to kill 2 birds with 1 stone, like you get a nice meal and you get to meet characters as well, which is good. Both of those things we really like.
Yeah.
The only thing, like downside to character dining that I know some people like talk about that they're not keen on is that like you don't get the pretty backdrop like you would in the Princess Pavilion or whatever. But I mean, if you want that picture with that character, or more importantly, you just want to meet the character, that's the main thing.
And our final point is
be polite. Now this sounds super dull, super boring, but it is really important. Like, however stressful your day's been at Disney, and like it's not always like rainbows and butterflies, like sometimes people get tired. No, it is always rainbows and butterflies, but people get tired, or other people can annoy you even if you've had a wonderful day. But yeah, it's just something that, like, manners are free, aren't they? Like, cast members work really hard, like photographers, the characters, just be nice to everyone, like ask them how their day is, like how they are. And also I would say don't ruin the Disney magic for anyone. Like, don't be that guy that goes up and asks Cinderella like why Cinderella 3 was so rubbish. Like, that's not her problem, and she doesn't have to deal with your BS.
Don't go up to Mickey and sort of say, oh yeah, there's 10 of you floating around.
Yeah.
It's like, no, there's not. He is Mickey.
Oh my god, could you imagine if you were like...
Which happens all the time.
Could you imagine if you were like playing Aurora, maybe you, like you're playing Aurora or something, and then an adult came up to you and was like, oh, you're the best Aurora, you're the prettiest Aurora I've ever seen. You'd be like, I'm the only one.
Exactly.
Like, don't be that guy. Like, everybody's there. Well, everybody should be there to like have a magical time. So like, keep the magic alive. And that completes our list. So thank you very much for watching our top tips and tricks for having the best character interactions at Disney parks.
Let us know if we missed any. Please comment, subscribe, like, do all of the normal things.
Yeah, comment below if there's like any tips that you think that we've missed, or if not, just comment below and let us know who your favourite character is to meet in the parks. We'd love to know. So make sure you stay tuned for our Disneyland Paris vlog. Thanks so much again for watching.
Bye!